Greg, thanks for being here today.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. This is great.
So you guys made the news, what was it, a month ago, that you're going to put out a 5-pack in the Ontario cannabis stores. Talk a little bit about that and why consumers should care.
Yeah, 100%. Look, it's a disruptive model in itself for what we're doing in the industry. Why consumers should care. It absolutely solves the problem of choice for the end consumer. Anyone, no matter how experienced of a cannabis consumer you are, you're walking into a new retail environment, you're going to ask, hey, what's good? What should I try? And this sample pack featuring 5 1-gram samples from different LPs from across Canada really solves that problem. Solves the problem from the consumer, solves the problem for the retailer. It's like walking into a new brewery, right? You might be an experienced beer drinker. When you walk into one of these new breweries that has hundreds of different beers, you ask the server, hey, what's good? What should I try? And they'll say, hey, get a flight of beer, try a couple of these samples. And what's neat, 20% of people purchase a flight of beer and 90% actually end up purchasing a full pint. So that same model is what we've brought to the recreational cannabis space.
It's amazing because consumers don't know what they don't know, right? So any choice that they can have, even in sort of one purchase, is going to be something unique.
Yeah, 100%. I think a lot of, definitely a good segment of the cannabis consumer population are explorers and they just want to discover. But I do think even someone who is a more seasoned cannabis consumer, you're still walking into a new retail environment, don't know what to try. Here you go, right? And then you can make decisions for yourself.
As soon as I heard about it, I read it online. I was thinking about the Bose 4-pack, right? They have these beautiful bottles and it's 4 of them. You're like, I want to try them all.
Yeah, no, 100%. There's different models. I mean, we've seen this work. We didn't create sampling. That's not our innovation. But we brought it to this industry, and ultimately, it's to create that beautiful experience for the end consumer.
Can you talk a little bit about the name of the company, AHLOT? Tell me what it stands for and how you came up with it.
Yeah, so the company's AHLOT's an acronym, stands for a higher level of thought. And really, the origin is, as a cannabis consumer, when I would consume, I would always write my thoughts down, whether it's business models, business ideas, whatever, just purely creative things. And I wrote that down in my MacBook, and the note that I used, the first note was called a higher level of thought. I didn't realize that, that made up the acronym AHLOT. And then just being a marketer and a fan of marketing in general, it took me back to the Absolute Vodka campaign, where it's like absolute this, absolute that. You could do that same thing with, smoke a lot, enjoy a lot, consume a lot, whatever it might be, or consume responsibly. That's the most important thing we want to push here.
It's also interesting. I've often wondered this, and maybe you'll speak to this. It's like a higher level of thought. It's amazing. Do you think as a country, maybe this is too sort of metaphysical or something, but do you think we're going to get more creative as more consumers and even more patients are introduced to cannabis?
I think that's one of the positive effects for sure. I think just generally more relaxed, that helps too. But as long as everything's being done in a responsible manner, I think we're good with that. But yeah, creativity will definitely be a byproduct of that. And it's interesting. A lot of people say that sativas will make you more creative. But I believe there were studies where it's not actually that's not actually true. But more creative people consume cannabis, and it just kind of enhances that creativity.
Greg, thanks for being here today.
Cool, awesome, man. Thanks for meeting you.